Old School Bodybuilding Clothing Company. If it's been 3.5 hours since you last ate protein and now you're starting to freak out, you are old school. If watching someone sit on a hammer machine for 5 minutes between sets playing with their phone pisses you off, you are definitely old school. OSBBC.com for the hardest training athletes.
I haven't seen a sun in a week and a half. Look! It just came out! Look at that!
I love it!
We are live here at After Hours. I loved Jimmy the Bull. If he was only with us right now, would love to hear that. Guys, as you can see, I'm sitting behind my new studio, designed by Tyler, the creator.
Work in progress.
Work in progress. We're still working on some tweaks, but by and far, this is the new studio. And as you can see, there's Jimmy the Bull right behind my back right there.
There he is.
Here he is.
And
Jimmy
we have
Bull.
John Romano, Gregg Valentino, and Mr. G with us. John, your arms are looking very big right now. Is it the T-shirt?
I was smushing it against the chairs.
The old trick.
Not that big, small, like, little arms. But the old man arms.
Yeah. Nah, you're still holding it together there for 60 plus years old. I think we're doing pretty good, all of us, and I'm a lot younger than you guys, but I think we're all doing pretty good.
Except I got a hernia now.
That's what happens when you get old. You get hernias. That's
How
an
the hell
old
did you
man's
get that,
thing,
John?
right?
What's that?
How'd you get that?
I
How'd
don't
you
know.
get the hernia?
Dave,
The belly button hernia?
No, it's down. It's over here. What'd you call it? Femoral?
Femoral hernia he's got, yeah.
Femoral hernia. Yeah. It comes and goes. It's right. It's not out right now. Later it'll come. And then you got to push it back in.
Oh,
Do you guys have hernias? No, am I
It's
the only
amazing,
one?
John, that you have a
them when I was
hernia.
young.
It's amazing that you have a hernia, Johnny, and Big Lenny doesn't have a hernia.
Yeah, what's up with that? How come he doesn't get a hernia? How did I even do this? I mean, like, what?
Well, you know what? From what I'm told, physiologically, there was an opening there embryologically, and then it closed when you were born. And some people's doesn't close that well, and I guess just from wear and tear, it'll pop open.
Mine didn't. I had two hernia operations.
Where did you
had
have?
inguinal,
Right
I bet.
above the pubic hair, where you.
Oh, you
Yeah,
had
that's where
femoral
I got
too.
it, right here.
Yeah, that's where John has it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I got my surgeries. I was young.
Oh, you had it as a kid, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Some kids
Two
have
hernias.
inguinal ones where underneath your scrotum, what happens is there's a hole there when you're embryologically your testicles are in your abdominal cavity, and then after you're born they drop, and sometimes that hole where they drop through doesn't close, and it becomes an inguinal hernia.
I'm dating a Latin chick, so my fucking balls are still up there.
Balls are in a fucking jar is where your balls are if you're dating a Latin girl.
Why don't they? And people that are transgender, rather than taking their balls out, why don't they just push them back up into the abdominal cavity?
You know what I don't
Put them
understand?
back where they came from.
Yeah.
They could snip them balls off on the trannies, and yet they could still blow a nut. How's that possible?
I don't know. It's crazy.
Steve Bleckman and I talked about it once, and he said it's because, what is it, the hypothalamus and all this other shit can also produce,
He would know.
stuff.
Well, adrenal glands produce, DHEA, which can convert to testosterone, but that's in very small amounts. But
but how do you get sperm? That testosterone is one thing. You know what I mean? Like,
they still have a prostate. That's where the
right. See, that's the other thing too. They were saying that the prostate is still the pump.
Yeah.
They don't have really sperm. I don't think. I think it's like seminal fluid.
It's just seminal fluid from the vas deferens produce a little bit, and then you got your prostate that produces most of it. So
I mean, it tastes just like cum. I mean, I don't know what.
I don't want to even know how you know. Did you see talking about the
I'm only playing around. These guys don't fucking love that shit on the internet. What's that?
I'm just bringing back the whole transgender thing again. Did you see the woman, the transgender woman from New Zealand now is qualified for the Olympics?
The weightlifting.
She's a really nice guy. Get it? She's a really nice guy. Listen,
You're talking about a guy with a wig. A guy with a wig.
None of that matters.
A man with a wig.
He's 45. She's 45 years old. She transitioned in 2013, which is only 8 years ago, and it looks like, a guy with, like a little bit of makeup.
I don't even know if she does
Wait. Is this plumbing done or undone? Or is this because some of these guys just put the dress on? They don't get the,
I don't think. I think he's just on androgen blockers. I don't know if he actually had the whole surgery or not. But that's not. According to the Olympic Committee or whatever the rule makers, you don't have to have your penis removed to actually be considered a woman, as long as your testosterone levels are below a certain amount. So if you're taking testosterone blockers, you can compete in the Olympics, as a woman if you want.
That's bullshit, though.
So wait a minute. Whoa.
The guy lost every contest.
Wait, stop. They have the Olympic Committee is determining sex by testosterone level and not genitalia?
Yep.
Listen.
Seriously?
Hold on.
Yep.
I don't care.
What testosterone level, John? That's all they measure.
John, it doesn't matter,
genitalia.
though. It doesn't matter. You could get rid of the Pishali God, okay? You could kill their testosterone level. They have no dick, no nuts, no testosterone. But they still have the bone structure of a man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, in other words, if you went to a tranny bar, okay? I remember we would go into these clubs in New York City, be all trannies in there. I used to say, fuck, man, if there was ever a fire in here and we were all dead, they'd say a fucking bar full of guys died. You know what I mean? Like, because the skeletons are still.
Oh, yeah.
So, do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
They would still. Yeah. So it's more than just a fucking test level where they have a dick. Look at Fallon Fox, who fights in the UFC. She got her fucking Pishali God removed. She fucking supposedly was on estrogen blockers and everything, but she still runs right through all those girls like they were nothing. And as a guy, she was not even she was below average. Joe Rogan talks about it all the time. He knew her.
Yes, bullshit.
Before, and Joe Rogan was saying, as a guy, she was just like a guy in a gym. You know what I mean? Like somebody you roll with in a gym. Yeah. You used to get their ass kicked against a real fucking, roller. But now that she got the fucking Pishali God taken off and her testosterone's low, it's the mindset of a man. The man has a different structure. It's not just, it's more than just his muscles, size, and everything else. It's that structure. It's that whole bone structure, right. The amount of muscle they have on him. You know what I mean? It's there,
Like, let me ask you this hypothetical, Mr. G. You've been training MMA now, right? And you're by far not an expert, but you're good. You're also over 60. How do you think you would do against one of these top women? Do you think you could beat her?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I think you probably could.
Listen, I'm so much strong. There's a UFC girl that's there's a couple of them in our place. And I saw one the other day. Got so frustrated, started to cry.
But wait a minute,
they kept keeping her down on the ground, and she couldn't handle it, and it just stop.
Right. Well, she's training with men, though. That's not who she's going to fight in the ring. Although,
that's the point. She's got to train with men because they're going to. You want to train with someone. If I'm like Lenny, I've got guys heavier than him. That have 1,000 times more skill laying on top of me, smashing me, throwing me on the ground, kicking me, every fucking thing they could do to me.
Laying on top of you and smashing you.
Yeah. I have 30 seconds to get out.
That's great.
Laying on top of you and smashing you.
Yeah. But what's funny, though? You have to understand, my daughter's an MMA fighter and shit. Those girls, there are girls that don't fucking, they're not going to cry. You get in Amanda Nunes. Look at the girl who dated. I forgot.
Yeah, but you wouldn't mind a girl laying on top of you.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
Greg, I understand what you're saying. For the most part,
right.
I understand. I agree with you, but strength has a lot. Strength has a lot to. There are white belt judo guys. Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys that come in and they could take a blue belt, a purple belt, which is fine, and just they're so much stronger.
Right.
That's
why I asked you, Mr. G, because you actually have skills. Assuming you have skills, you're saying even a 60-year-old man like you would be stronger than the best MMA woman out there, pretty much.
Well, I am. I'm stronger, but my skill sets, they have better skill sets in certain things. But
right,
yeah, just the weight and the punching.
Yeah,
and like Greg said, the bone structure, all that stuff,
and being able to take a hit.
The bone structure matters. But I gotta be honest with you, a really good skilled girl can take an average guy fighter and kill him.
Especially if you don't have the skills. Yeah,
you throw Amanda Tate in there or fucking Doug Rose or fucking shit. You have no idea that their skill is incredible. They'll kick you fucking. You won't. If you're not ready, the average guy would, even a tough guy like a bad dude, a bouncer and a ball. I've seen bouncers get knocked out by girls.
What about Cro-Magnon?
Well, they're not.
John?
They're not fighters.
Right.
Hey, Greg.
No, you're right. That's what I'm saying.
Fighters.
What about Cro-Magnon man? Would he be able to take any of these women out?
Who?
You know who Cro-Magnon is, right?
Who's that?
John. Where's
Steve
John?
Blackman. That was Blackman with his 13 and a half
Blackman's nickname, Cro-Magnon. He was an MMA
No,
fighter.
I'm talking about him. George understands what I'm
It's
talking
like Chris
about.
Cyborg. You got Steve Cro-Magnon, you know.
Right. With his 13 and a half inch neck, and he wore the overalls with no shirt underneath. Now watch, he's going to be listening to this.
Yeah, it was 16 and a half. He's right. I got to correct the record. It wasn't 13. It was 16 and a half.
All right, but wait, listen. You guys with the Blackman, hold on. I'm talking, George understands. I'm talking about bouncers, guys like, I'm a pretty bad dude, bro. You know,
because those guys don't have skills, Greg. That's why.
Right, the skill, you have no idea.
That's why I asked George. That's why I said to ask George specifically, because I know he's got skills now.
George will tell you, though, there's videos of fucking feminine, petite girls knocking out big dudes.
Yeah.
There was one there's one with this guy out in the street, and he's grabbing at a girl, and she tells him, don't fuck with me, man. And he was like 6-something. And she was a petite, fucking feminine hot girl, and she jumped up and hit him with a roundhouse kick and knocked him out in front of everybody.
You know, we had those girls in the gym. They train with guys. Those petite girls, they look petite, but some of those girls have an animal instinct that, some look tough and don't really, and you think they have that animal, and others that don't look like that are like animals, and they roll with guys.
Yeah.
If they're rolling with someone the same.
I piss people off on the internet all the time. I talk about this in my other show, Talking Smack. I can guarantee you, when Amanda Nuns now, there's not a fucking big jack pro bodybuilder that's all fucking old muscles. You know, my name is Big Rammy or Nick Walker or whatever the fuck. Yeah. Dude, she'd have those guys on the ground fucking like bitches, like this. No problems. No problem. Yeah. She is such a skilled fighter.
She would kick their legs out. She would just
she'd break their legs
behind the calf. She would break their calf.
She'd choke them out. She'd choke them out. Dude, fists are barbaric, bro. You throw a fist at a guy and you hit him, and it's fucking kind of cold out. You just broke your fucking hand.
You're right.
Right? George, am I right?
Yeah,
you guys over there with the rolling with the skill, that's a whole different level. If you talk about Rickson Gracie, who was considered like the father, the baddest fucking MMA fighter, Rickson Gracie. Yeah. And that fucking guy used to knock dudes out all the time and he would fight the biggest dudes on the street and gangbangers from fucking drug lords and shit in Brazil.
Yeah.
And he would take them out in seconds. And he wouldn't even have to punch him.
By the way, Greg,
choke them out.
By the way, Greg, it's Amanda Nunes, not Nuns.
Oh, when she's done with
I don't want to correct you, but
and he lives with a Latina.
Yeah, I thought he knew something I didn't know, because I'm like, I don't think he's pronouncing that right. I had time to look it up.
But you know the story.
Oh, the viewers.
I'm an Italian. You know what I mean? We get everything fucking wrong. You know what I mean?
That's like what would Blackman say? How would he pronounce hide? Right?
Hide.
Yeah,
not hide like everybody else, but
not the
hide.
Japanese pronunciation, but hide.
And how about when the term diss came up? Like in the '90s, people started saying, "You're dissing me," or you're like, and Blackman would say, "Yeah, they're dicing me."
I got something really cool. Sid sent over an intro for Mr. G and Big Lenny that he did. Right? He did it.
I could put it up, but they're not gonna be able to see it because I don't have it on that.
Oh,
Sid did it? Oh,
yeah.
If Sid did it, it's going to be amazing.
This, right?
I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Or someone did it. Who did this? Put it up. I haven't even heard it.
If Sid did it, it's going to be incredible.
Yeah. Let's play it.
Sid's a good man.
Is he great announcer?
Right?
I'm still waiting for my video.
Oh shit!
Hey, it's Jimmy the Bull. Hey, that's Jimmy.
Oh, that's the video.
Why, you didn't fucking know I was here?
No, you were at the bottom of the screen. Now you're
that's-
I
bottom.
couldn't see it. We couldn't see it.
No, Sid said he
with
sent
the
something over
camera?
you just now.
Have you been here the whole time, Jim?
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with him with the
I
camera over
think
there?
it's
What's he
just a
doing?
song.
No,
Was
we
he
didn't.
blocking-
I didn't see you.
He's
Said
blocking
I
me out on
forwarded Tyler
purpose
the
over
intro
here.
songs for Big
J-
Money.
You don't see that? You don't see that? Greg, you don't see that?
Oh,
That's where you live, motherfucker.
now the big announcement. The big announcement is that Jimmy the Bull.
Yeah.
Wait, Jimmy the Bull is going to make a trip down to South Carolina 4th of July to be at our 4th of July party, which is actually on the 3rd, Saturday.
Awesome.
And Jimmy's coming. Valerie's all excited.
Nice.
She's telling everybody.
That's awesome.
And yeah, so he's really coming.
I actually wrote a song. I actually wrote a
Right?
song for 4th of July, John.
Jimmy was coming for
Jimmy, let me ask you a question.
This guy,
How come you flat earthers don't have your own like spinning flat earth or something like that with the ice
We
walls
do.
and everything? How come no one's ever mocked up one of those flat earth models?
I think he wants to play a song.
Okay, he doesn't want to listen to me. You think one person would have made a flat earth model, right?
You would think.
They do. You can buy them online. What's wrong with you? Dave, did you clean your office, man? It looks fucking nice.
Yeah, Tyler redid it. Yeah, Tyler redid the whole thing.
Wow, he did a fucking. I gotta get him over here.
I think you just like the studio because you're in the backdrop now on the
do you
wall.
make Tyler wear like a little maid's outfit and shit when he does that? With a feather duster and shit?
Yeah, that's double. Yeah, that's extra.
Yeah, that's
All right,
actually.
play your song, Jimmy.
That's just a little. That's a little thing here. Fucking
How's
kidding
Jimmy
me, right,
playing?
John?
How's Jimmy playing that iPhone?
Who the fuck is phone's ringing? What are you? I can't believe it.
Sorry.
Fuck the fucking devil.
Yeah, now he's not going to your party.
Yeah, now I'm done.
All right, play. That's it? You done already? I don't hear anything.
Forget. I got my headset on. That's why. It's a 90% noise reduction. So I just wanted to cover a couple. Are you guys done with the fight and then the MAA and the bounces and all of that? I just wanted to cover a couple of things because.
You can do it. Let them
When are
talk.
you going to play the song?
Hold on. I'm working on it with Tyler. We're pulling it up. Sid just sent it over.
No, the song, Jimmy's song.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy, you play while I'm working on something else here.
Fuck me,
Come on,
John.
Jimmy. We're get this. Jimmy, you got to hyped up on the song. Come
Play
on.
the song.
Oh my God. Forget about the song. Let me cover a couple of things over here.
Are you coming
can I-
for 4th of July? I want you
Yes.
to make an announcement in
He's
front of
not
everybody.
coming if you don't let him tell a goddamn story.
I want to know. I want him to admit to the world that he's coming 4th of July, so that he doesn't weasel out at the last minute.
I am coming. I'm probably going to drive down because the flights are probably going to be. By the time I book them, it'll be astronomical. The prices.
Yeah, no,
you know?
it's not that far.
Huh?
It's not that far.
He already drove it.
No.
He knows.
Before.
No, to drive. Yeah, I'm gonna drive.
You're used to driving.
I don't care about driving. Yeah.
All right, good. You're coming.
Yeah. So anyway.
So everybody heard that.
Where's? I'm coming, John. I need a little. I fuck. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
John's
All right.
like my girlfriend. He keeps going and going to you argue. I already answered that. Let the guy tell the story.
Is that a lobster on your desk, Dave? I to the right there. What is that? It looks like a fucking lobster.
It's a dragon.
Oh, dragon. Okay. All right.
You know.
I
No
thought that maybe it was
snacks?
like a lobster you caught in a nearby bay. Or
I wish it was a lobster, man. It was.
Dave,
I'm
no
hungry.
snacks on that dress. You gonna let Tyler do that shit to you?
What?
No snacks and shit and tubs of protein and all that on
I
the
can
desk?
still bring it. We just been cleaning everything up. If you would have seen my desk before the show started, it was loaded with crap. So I just cleaned it up
telling
just
you,
for the show.
he
He
did
must look
amazing.
real good in them fishnets.
Whatever happened to those Pop-Tarts I was getting like 6 months ago?
I got to ask Bruce because Bruce was supposed to have them sent out to everyone. I gave him everyone's address.
I never got Pop-Tarts.
No?
Bruce, yeah, Bruce.
Tyler just
where's my
Pop. Here they are.
Wow, look at that.
You sent them to you.
Wow, they
instead.
came in.
Look
Tasty
at that.
pastries.
Hey, thanks a lot, Bruce.
Yeah, thanks for sending mine to Dave.
What a fucking what a pelican! Fucking pelican just dropped them off over there. Dave.
Yeah. The peanut gallery threw them over here. So go ahead, Jimmy. I'm waiting for you to play or give you a rant or whatever.
I tell you the truth, I forgot what the fuck I was going to say. All right, so I just wanted to touch base on a couple of weeks ago. You know, when I was talking about the flat Earth.
Yeah.
There was two comments on the threads. I didn't read them. A friend of mine told me about them.
Yeah.
But one guy said that we were talking about if the Earth turns, and you actually chimed on it, Dave, that if the flight shouldn't be the same either way from New York to California. If the Earth is, if the Earth is doing this at 1,000 miles an hour,
right,
the flight should be different, right? Because the atmosphere is free from the Earth. But one guy mentioned that if you were in a train and you jumped 5 seats forward or 5 seats back, would it change the time of the destination? But the only mistake that he's making is, and I'm not, this is open forum. So this is like, I love when people chime in and, I'm not bashing anybody. I want that to be known.
Yeah.
I love when people share ideas and all of that.
As long as they agree with you.
As long as they agree with you. So anyway, that, what he was saying was that's a closed system that he's. So if the train's traveling at 120 miles an hour, right, and you're jumping around in the seats, of course it's not gonna change the destination time.
Because you're moving 120 miles an hour with the train.
Yeah, because you're inside a closed capsule. But if you're on the Earth,
the capsule doesn't matter. Yeah. So what if you're inside a closed atmosphere of the Earth?
That's who you are. The atmosphere of the Earth.
It's like you're in a big train. So when you're taking off and flying, you're in the train. You're flying inside the train.
You gotta let the guy finish. He's trying to tell you. Go ahead.
His logic is faulty, though. But go ahead.
He's trying to tell you that, but you're not letting it finish.
No, he's not. He's going to tell me the opposite. He's going to tell me. He's going to tell me it's a different. It's a different.
I'm telling you to fuck it up. I'm agreeing with you over here. What
all right,
the
go
fuck?
ahead. Go
all
ahead.
Right? I'm telling you, if you're in a fucking train and you jump 5 feet back, 5 feet forward, and you're gonna still get to the same fucking place the same time. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
You're saying if you're in a flat Earth closed system, that's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay.
You're on a flat Earth closed, and you fly to the east, you fly to the fucking west. It's gonna be the same time back and forth. If you're on a fucking ball and the atmosphere is out here some fucking way free, it's fucking air. It's air. Okay? It's free from the fucking Earth. You gotta get that in your fucking head. The fucking atmosphere is free. It's out here. It's not part of the fucking Earth. It's free. Okay? So when you fly off the Earth, you're free of the fucking
if the atmosphere is hold on, Jimmy.
The fucking plane ain't gonna be the same time.
Jimmy, hold on. Just calm down. If the atmosphere is free of the Earth, how come it doesn't go off?
Fucking calm.
If the atmosphere is free of the atmosphere is free of the Earth, how come we don't have a 17,000 mile an hour wind blowing in our face?
Right.
Exactly.
And what if the atmosphere is free of the Earth? Why doesn't it float off into space?
Right. Exactly. Thank you.
No, but you're wrong. You're wrong. Is what I'm saying. You're wrong.
That's what I'm saying. If the ball was spinning like this here, like a cocksucker, right, and the atmosphere's out here, all right, and the fucking infinity space is out here, just this giant fucking vacuum out here, right, and the fucking atmosphere should just fucking float on off and out into fucking space. People are duped. They say that gravity's holding the atmosphere down in the Earth. That's bullshit. Bullshit. So you're right, Dave. The fucking atmosphere would just disappear. How does it fucking adjacent to space?
We have
the atmosphere adjacent.
There is a barrier that keeps it in there.
Bullshit. There's fun on here about that fucking barrier bullshit. The barrier is the firmament. Everything is inside the firmament.
So where did the Chinese just send their astronauts to? I heard they
just sent a fucking Ugas. That's bullshit. The fucking rocket goes up and over and down and out. There's nobody in that fucking thing.
So the Chinese are in on it too then. Everyone's in on it.
Wait, if you shoot a rocket straight up in the air and it was to come down, it wouldn't come down in the same spot because the Earth moves.
Exactly. But that's not what's happening, Greg. It's stable. So one guy, I got to just say, one guy said, another, now forget about the train. Some other dude said that in Isaiah, and I'm not knocking him. He said, you know, I'm glad that he reads scriptures and he knows what it says in Isaiah. It does say, it is he who sits on the circle of the earth, and its inhabitants are like grasshoppers. It does say that in the scripture. So that means that God's sitting, you know, on top of the earth, and people are like grasshoppers, right? But in the same prophet, okay, he wrote, the same author wrote in Isaiah 22:18, okay, that he will surely turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country. Thou shalt die, and the chariots of the glory shall be the shame of his house of the Lord. Now, so the same author wrote the circle, and the same author wrote the fucking ball. Okay, so obviously this dude knows the difference between a circle and a ball. The same author.
So it's a flat circle?
A circle is a circle, all right? A circle is a circle. Flat. A ball is a fucking ball. There's
So
a
you're saying we
difference.
live on like a merry-go-round? It goes around like
Yeah,
this,
we
but
live
it's
like
flat.
on a flat fucking round fucking dinner
Like a
table.
merry-go-round.
And God sits above it, the circle, and looks at the people like that's what it says. And then the next guy, the same author says, he talks about a ball. Jesus, that's fucking unbelievable. So I sent Dave this video. Now look at me. I'm all amped up. Look at this, Greg. You see, I was fucking Dave knows how to fuck with me, man. He's been doing it for years. Years and years, this fucking guy's been fucking with me. Years. He does. I was fucking calm till he fucking started it with me. Now I sent this video to
No
Dave about...
Pop-Tarts.
Huh?
No, I'm saying no Pop-Tarts. Dave's like, no Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, I
Go ahead.
don't need no fucking Pop-Tart. So here we go now. I sent this video to Dave as the young Einstein, right? Dave, did you get that video?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, look, I'm getting a fucking heart attack over here.
Yeah, people are freaking out. The viewers are loving it.
The viewers are loving your... We're live, by the way, Jimmy. I didn't even tell you that.
I'm live?
You're live
of course
on
I'm
YouTube.
live.
You're-
I'm not dead yet. What the fuck are you
No,
talking
we're
about?
live on YouTube. On YouTube, we're live.
What?
We're live on YouTube.
Oh, live. I thought you said I'm alive. Yeah, I'm alive. Yeah, fuck, of course I'm a fucking live. All right, so listen.
Hey, Jimmy, I
got a question for you, John.
No,
Okay?
wait, before you get off the topic. So,
Hurry up, I gotta go to the bathroom now. I'm fucking so tired over here now. Fucking unbelievable.
this is really important.
Hurry up, I gotta go take a shit now because they've got me all fucked up over here.
Just taking some fiberglass.
Because he took fiberglass.
Yeah. I sent him a couple of cases of it. He loved it so
Jimmy,
much.
answer my
Yeah, what do you gotta
question
ask
before
me
you
now?
go.
Hurry up because I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay,
Man, that
so-
fiberglass is coming out of my ear.
So is the Earth
I
is
think he's
flat.
on
What
Anadrols
about-
again, John.
What about all the other planets? Are they flat too, or are there no other planets?
It's
There
just
are
lights,
none.
bro. They're just lights in the front. Just lights up there, man. Come on.
But they're not planets.
Listen, you know what the scientists tell you, bro? They said, you know how far the closest black hole is to our solar system, which is a fucking bunch of bullshit, okay? You know, you got the sun pulling everybody around in a circle like that, and the Earth's doing like this here. Does this look retarded to you? This is retarded, okay? So now, you know, you got all these planets floating around. Pluto is out there and bumfuck, all right? But somehow the fucking sun is still kind of influencing the fucking planet to fucking buzz around its own and the motherfuckers out there. Who the fucking knows how far it is? But somehow it's circling around its sun. It's retarded. All right, so now the scientists say that the closest black Earth is
Black
54
hole.
billion light years away. 54 billion light years.
Thank gosh.
You know what a
Not
light year is?
53.
Does anybody know
Not
what a light year is?
53.
Does anybody know? 54 billion light years, Greg. Do you know how far a light year is, bro?
I know how far it is.
How far,
In a
John?
year, it would
How
take
far
you
is
a
a light
billion.
It's at the speed of light is 186,000 miles a second, and this
Wow.
a light year is how long light travels at that speed over the course of a year.
Right.
John, I
It
am
would be a
fucking
billion
so
hours.
impressed with you. Now I'm definitely coming to your party because I am so impressed with you. We're going to smoke pot and we're going to talk a lot of shit. All right?
Wait,
so here.
I
So
wanna
let's
see-
figure this out. Let's figure this out, Greg. Here. So here, 186,000 miles a second is a light year. How many seconds is that in a fucking year? Who the hell knows? I don't know. I couldn't figure it
Tyler
out.
figured
so
it
they're
out.
saying,
Hold on, Tyler figured it out.
Well, not really. Just checking John's math.
Oh, okay.
I
Does he
want to
check it
see
out?
Jimmy.
How far is it?
186,000 miles a second.
Yeah, in a year.
5.8 to the 12th power.
I want to see
I don't
Jimmy
do
at John's
math.
party
In miles,
with a
right?
beer in his hand and that fucking globe in the other hand.
I'm bringing the globe.
That was right. Put it back
So-
in miles.
Yeah, just tell
It's
listen, tell them
Jimmy, I'll tell you, it's 5.87 to the 12th power miles.
in a year.
That's the distance of a light year,
In 1 year.
Jimmy. A light year is. You want to know how far the distance is, right? For 1 light year.
I don't know
It's
if you
6 to basically 6 to the 12th power.
He wants the number. So it's 12 octillion, whatever it is.
Wait, hold it. Tyler.
Yes.
Tyler, you hear me?
Yes.
I'm trying to ask 186,000 miles in a second times a year, okay?
Times a year.
No, Jimmy.
Yeah.
He got the
Jimmy,
number.
Because
He got the
a
number.
light year, a fucking light
You
year
can't-
is 186,000 miles a fucking second in a year.
Jimmy, it's a light year's basically
It's
how
6 to the
far
12th
light
power.
travel in a year.
Yeah.
In a year, how far light would travel. So if it's 1,000,000 years, it would be 1,000,000 of those years. The distance that light would travel in a year. That's what a
All right,
light
so-
year is.
Greg, I love you to death, bro. That's what the fuck I'm asking. All right, 186,000 miles a second. How far is that in a minute?
Okay, there's 86,400 seconds.
I think
in a
it's 2
day.
trillion miles.
We're throwing a lot of numbers, big numbers around.
All right, so forget about all that. So now they're saying that the fucking closest black hole is 54 billion light
217
years.
billion miles.
So that means, Jimmy, if you got in a flying saucer, it would take you 54 billion years, basically, at the speed of light, driving at the speed of light to reach that hole. That's what that's saying.
I wouldn't travel any amount of miles for a hole, bro. I'm done with that shit. 30 years. 30 years. 30 fucking years. I'm done with holes, okay? So let me just, so here's Einstein now. This is what I said this to Dave, all right? So, John, my question to you is, does darkness exist?
Whoa.
No, it's an absence of light.
What'd you say, John?
Does darkness exist? Define darkness. What's darkness?
When you got to turn your fucking lights on in your fucking night when you're home,
So
you're
it's
fucking
the
looking out
absence
the window.
So the absence of light.
So darkness does not exist.
Darkness,
In reality, no, it doesn't.
Right.
Turn off the
In
lights,
reality,
you have dark. When you turn off the lights, you have darkness.
It does if you're in the NBA.
It's a lack of light. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So if you're in a room and you close the door, you got no light on, it's dark.
yes, right.
Right.
So
turn the light on,
darkness-
it's not dark anymore.
But that means it exists.
Yeah.
It don't exist. That's Einstein said that darkness does not exist because
What the fuck does Einstein know? We're all of us
I'm not
guys
saying that.
smarter than
It's
him.
hey, listen, I'm trying to get to something at the end here, okay? Forget about
Okay.
fucking Einstein. It's just he made a point, and I'm agreeing with it, and Dave gets it. He gets it, Dave.
Yeah.
All right, so darkness does not exist. In reality, it's the absence of light. So how about cold? Does cold exist?
No, it's the absence of heat.
Right. Cold does not exist according to the laws of physics. What is considered cold is, in fact, the absence of heat. That's what the fuck cold is. Okay.
So is heat the
So
absence
now we're
of
gonna.
cold?
Huh?
Is heat the absence of cold then?
No.
He,
No.
No.
he,
Listen, I don't mean to sound like Einstein
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
but it's when particles travel slow, it's cold. When particles speed up, it's hot. That's
why,
exactly what
That's
it is.
why heat creates the cold and heat, because the more particles speeding up, you have heat.
They're two sides to the same coin.
They're not, because if nothing's moving, then nothing's happening.
If nothing's moving, it's cold.
Yeah.
Right. But it still exists.
That's how you measure.
Nothing starts
That's how
getting
you measure absolute zero. Absolute
No,
zero.
you're talking
is when-
about matter. If matter is cold or it's hot, but it's the actual cold and hot concept
But
themselves.
matter exists. That's what's all around us. Anyway, let's let
All right,
Jimmy get
get to the point, Jimmy. Yeah.
he's got a point.
Now I'm constipated. All right, so listen here. So now, so far Dave's getting everything over here. So I gotta take my hat off.
Okay, now he's coming to my house for 4th of July. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
Nothing. Keep going.
So, yeah, I'm almost done. I'm almost done here. George, I want you to listen to this too, okay? So now what Einstein was talking about, because he realized there was a God too in the end of his life, that he was saying that, darkness doesn't exist. It's the absence of light. Cold doesn't exist. It's the absence of heat. And that because the professor was telling the kid, the class, that God created everything, that means that God is evil if God created everything. And then with the point that the kid was trying to make was, like the darkness and the cold, evil doesn't exist, okay? Evil is a result of what happens to a man when he doesn't have God's love present in his heart. That's the point he was making, that evil doesn't exist.
Dude, my mother-in-law is proof that evil exists.
No, but God,
well,
Einstein would say it's a lack of love. That's all. Right.
My mother-in-law is proof that evil exists.
Lack of It's that's really the point I wanted. I just wanted to cover those bases now.
My ex-wife is.
So
what does that have to do with the flat Earth theory, Jimmy? Is there any relation to that?
Yeah, it is a relation, absolutely, because I was going back to Isaiah and all of that, right? Let's see, I have it down. Because that goes back to the flat Earth and the enclosed environment we live in. God created the flat Earth, the enclosed environment, and put man here, right? And God says in the Bible that the man belongs to the earth and God belongs to the heavens, all right? It ain't a fucking ball spinning around like Tesla. When Tesla, did you see Tesla launch his rocket with his little fucking dummy in the car, and they were showing the thing flying by the fucking earth? I mean, that looks so fucking retarded. I was insulted, all right? Because he's with those motherfuckers too.
What do they?
So if you don't believe in God, then the Earth is not flat.
Listen, John. Let me explain something to you.
What are the atheists? Do the atheists live on a round Earth?
The atheists are the worst people off than people who believe in the devil.
Yeah, but is the Earth round to them or flat?
They don't give a fuck either way. So here's the story now, okay? Evolution. There's no proof of evolution. There's no proof of how far the sun is from the fucking Earth. I can take a telescope, which I have in the past, and I took it out, and I looked up in the sky, and I saw the rings of Saturn myself. I saw them myself, okay? But yet I take the same fucking telescope, okay? And I take the motherfucker, and I look at the fucking moon, okay? And I can't see the dune buggy up there, but I can see the motherfucking rings on Saturn. How's that possible, huh? How?
It's so small.
They're big, the rings.
Exactly.
The
How
rings.
can I see the rings on Saturn, but I can't see that
Oh
bullshit
my God.
that they left motherfucker with? That's bullshit.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Dune buggy, get the fuck out of here.
You better go take a shit, dude, because your brain is soaking in feces.
He's full of shit, that's for sure, John. Yeah.
That is so full of shit.
I'm getting out of here. I'm done. You know what? I love
Jimmy,
you guys. Frustrate
Jimmy,
the fuck out
I have
of me.
never
Dave's the only guy
heard-
that fucking gets it. You guys frustrate the fuck out of
I
me.
have never
Dave's the
heard
only guy who
one
gets it. Go take your fucking telescope, John, and go look up there yourself. You can see the fucking rings of
He
Saturn.
looks like
your fucking
Copernicus
self,
with
all
that
right?
my
I have
telescope
never
he's
heard
got there. What is that, from
bullshit
the
in my entire
1700s?
Right. That
Meaning
that in Jimmy's world,
telescope.
That little
means
telescope
in
looks like it was
Jimmy's
blowing
world,
the
Fucking
Christmas
telescope.
Columbus.
It's a telescope.
and that the rings of Saturn are the exact same distance from the moon as the dune buggy is to the Earth. And so if you look through that one telescope and you can see the rings of Saturn and you can't see the dune buggy, that means the rings of Saturn exist and the dune buggy does not.
Wait, I'm a little lost about
That
what's
makes
a dune buggy?
total sense. I get it. I get it now.
Cocksuckers left on the moon. Hey, listen to me. I'm telling you, John, the fucking Saturn is way farther than the fucking moon, right? But somehow I can take this telescope and I can see the rings of Saturn very clearly.
Because the rings of Saturn and the dune buggy are the same fucking size. That's why.
No, they're not the same fucking size, but it's fucking like 100,000 times distance.
You can equate that.
Saturn.
You have a formula. You have a formula that says with that telescope, I can see the rings of Saturn, but I can't see the dune buggy, so that by virtue of this formula, the dune buggy doesn't exist. I got it. That makes total sense.
You're missing the point, John. The point is that Saturn is very, very far compared to the moon is right here. And I can't see the fucking dune buggy or the flag or the garbage they left up there. All right? The motherfuckers are playing God.
So you have some kind
Let
of
me tell you
judgment. So
something.
you have
We
some
are
kind of
the taxpayers.
you have some
We-
kind of variable that attaches the size of the rings of Saturn to the size of the stuff left on the moon,
that don't hold
and
water
adjusting for the difference and the power of your one telescope. That means it doesn't exist. So
That
what
don't
about,
hold water because I could get a cell phone signal upstairs in my room, but downstairs in the basement I can't. So
But
that
they
whole
have-
distance.
yeah,
thing.
but they have pictures of the dune
John,
buggy on the Earth.
the rings of Saturn are 175,000 miles across.
Right. And the dune buggy's 4 feet.
Yeah.
Killing me, man. You're killing me. You're missing the point, bro.
175,000 miles.
Yeah, but how far is fucking Saturn from the Earth? That's the point. So yeah, okay, the rings are 175,000.
It doesn't matter.
But fucking Saturn is fucking out bumfuck. That's what Saturn is. But the moon is right here. I see it bright as hell at night. But I can't take my Scott see shit up there. Fucking, that's all fucking horse shit. The whole fuck, the cocksuckers were playing golf up there. All our taxpayer money, the motherfuckers hitting the golf ball up there. Are you fucking kidding me?
He's almost as red as I am, and I'm sunburnt.
Who the fuck who filmed the motherfucking, the lunar module taking off? Who filmed that? Huh? Who? Wow, who? And they left some cocksucker behind, and that guy was standing, he filmed the motherfuckers, he left them there? Get the fuck out of here.
The dune buggy filmed it.
I gotta get out. I gotta shit. I got fucking diarrhea. I gotta go.
All right. We love you. Bye-bye.
You know, Don Ross used to call it the color of raw liver. You know, his face. He's gonna blow an O-ring now. If he, thank God, he's got fibrillized. Could you imagine right now if he was trying to push out a hearty, he would be fucking. He would die on a toit bowl.
He'd
right
probably
now.
perforate his colon. Yeah, if he.
Yeah, he'd be like Elvis, purple, dead, bloated on the toilet. That's what he would be.
It's unbelievable.
Nobody would find him. Could you imagine if he died on the toilet?
Yeah.
The craziest thing is, I'm the one who brought all this shit up fucking episodes ago because
did.
I've had arguments with him in person about that.
About
and
flat
he
Earth?
really believes it.
But the rings of Saturn equate to the dune buggy on the moon, and how do you even construct an idea like that?
First of all, did you see his fucking telescope? That's something like you get, like, you
Galileo.
know,
That's Galileo's telescope. I told you.
He got that from the gift shop at American Museum of Natural History.
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, you go to fucking Seaside Heights and you get a bunch of these fucking bastards to hoop. You get a fucking couple of them.
You get out of the box to Captain Crunch.
$12 souvenir from the museum. That telescope.
Holy shit!
Go.
That's some telescope.
You can do it. Let them talk.
Thank
Guys,
you.
talk.
Galileo had
7-8 inches long.
Wow.
And you can see the rings of Saturn with that.
Tyler is pulling up the intro, the Mr. G Big Lenny intro. I don't even know what it is. Sid sent me something. He said it's the walkout music for Mr. G and Big Lenny. I don't know what it is. So
wait, Mr. G, who's walking out with you?
I don't know what it is. Sid made up something. I don't know.
But in the real fight, who's walking out with Mr. G? Who do you have?
I don't know. Who did Mr. G
want?
Him. Who does he want to be walked out with?
All fighters get walked out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Eminem,
VFW vets. I'm gonna have veterans, disabled vets.
Mr. G has like 40 people, John, walking out with him in the ring.
He's got to have an entourage.
I'm gonna have the police department guys who play the bagpipes. I'm gonna have Irish dancers.
John, you thought his intros in my house when we used to do the radio show years ago were extravagant? Forget about it. Maybe you can get Lisa Lips to show up too.
Anybody who would bring a confetti launcher into a bedroom with 9 people working in there and set it off with a feather boa, has got to have.
And we were doing radio, not even TV.
I was doing radio, right. We can't see it.
All right.
Oh, remember I did it at the comedy club, and they got mad. They thought I shot a gun off.
I forgot you brought Mr. G brought us to a comedy club, Governor's Comedy Shop. I don't even know what we were doing there. Right? Weren't we on? We were on stage there.
We were going to get arrested because he had a gun.
It was a charity event for Johnny Goomba was hosting it, and
I forgot about that.
That famous Jewish comedian that was on Rosie O'Donnell.
What was that? Which one was that? Hold on. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, play.
All right, here we go. We're playing.
Yeah.
Which one's this?
I don't know which one's which.
We'll find out.
Gotta be a freak. Beats.
Shout out to the really gotta be a freak.
This show is RxMuscle, the truth. You think I'm weak? I'm not weak. You think I'm weak? He's a loser. I'm not weak. Pussy. You think I'm weak? Fuck you. I'm not weak. He's nothing. You think I'm weak? He's a loser. I'm not weak. Pussy. You call me a moron. I'm a moron. A piece of shit. The fuck you talking about? Fuck you. A piece of shit. You think I'm weak? I'm not weak. You think I'm weak? He's a loser. I'm not weak. Pussy. You think I'm weak? Fuck you. I'm not weak. He's nothing. You think I'm weak? He's a loser. I'm not weak. Pussy. You gotta be a freak.
Oh, that's perfect.
By the way, that was not made by Sid. It was made by You Gotta Be a Freak. So
Yeah, well, we had no video with that, but the soundtrack.
that's just he's gonna walk out. This is the walkout
walking out to that.
music.
We got one.
Oh,
When he walks out to the ring. All right, here's Lenny's. Hold on. That was Mr. G's.
Gotta be a freak. Beats.
You got that?
Cause I said so.
Get your ass down.
Cause I said so.
Get your ass out here.
Who's gonna win the fight?
I'll fight anyone right in the back. Lazy.
Cause I said so.
Get your ass down.
Cause I said so.
Get your ass out here.
Who's gonna win the fight?
Big Lenny. Fight anyone right in the back. You got that?
Cause I said so.
Get your ass down.
Cause I said so.
Get your ass out here.
Who's gonna win the fight?
I'll fight anyone right in the back. Lazy.
Cause I said so.
Get your ass down.
Cause I said so.
Get your ass out here.
Who's gonna win the fight?
Big Lenny. Fight anyone right in the back. You got that? Get your ass down here. Get your ass out here.
Who's gonna win the fight?
I'll fight anyone right in the back. Lazy. 6'4". Get your ass down here. Get your ass out here.
Who's gonna win the fight?
Big Lenny. Fight anyone right in the back. You got that?
Cause I said so. Cause I said so. Who's gonna win the fight?
I'll fight anyone right in the back. Lazy.
Gotta be a freak.
Thank you to Gotta Be a Freak for those walkout intros. Mr. G, you think you might use that at the fight?
We'll throw it in there somewhere.
All right.
Somebody sent it.
You know what? I gotta say this. Over the course of the 11, 12 years we've been doing this, Dave.
Yeah.
We know some talented motherfuckers.
Really talented, yeah.
We are blessed with the amount of talent that has contributed to our cause. It's really incredible. That was amazing.
That was great. Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
That same guy might have made one with me. He was pretty good.
Yeah, he made one for you too?
Yeah, he did it with a video, and I put it up somewhere.
Oh.
That was freaking amazing.
Yeah, we should probably, Tyler, you should probably take that and like put some like clips or make like a highlight
Well,
reel.
you know what we should do? Use one as an entrance.
That's what they were for. That's what they're for.
No, not an
Greg.
entrance. I meant for the show.
Well,
Yeah.
He should make
Dave,
one of us at the beginning of the show.
I think yours was better received, George, by the live audience likes yours better.
His was better.
Well, Mr. G had more material to work with, I think, too.
Right. I can listen to it again, actually.
Yeah.
Play it again.
Play it again. But while we're talking, can you play it while we're talking?
Nah.
is it just audio or is there video?
Just audio.
No, you're going to make the video.
You're going to
when
be
you
the
come
video.
out.
Yeah, you're going to be the
You
right.
can't play that when you come out.
Dave, Dave, I got.
Here it goes.
Oh, here we go.
Gotta be a freak. Beats.
Shout out to the really gotta be a freak.
This show is RxMuscle, the truth. You think I'm weak? I'm not weak. You think I'm weak? He's a loser. I'm not weak. Pussy. You think I'm weak? Fuck you. I'm not weak. He's nothing. You think I'm weak? He's a loser. I'm not weak. Pussy. You call me a moron. I'm a moron. A piece of shit. The fuck you talking about? Fuck you. A piece of shit. You think I'm weak? I'm not weak. You think I'm weak? He's a loser. I'm not weak. Pussy. You think I'm weak? Fuck you. I'm not weak. He's nothing. You think I'm weak? He's a loser. I'm not weak. Pussy. You gotta be a freak.
That is awesome. That is so awesome.
Bravo.
Come on,
Bravo.
that is fucking
Yeah,
amazing.
but you know what's funny? At the beginning,
It gets better the more you play it, too. Yeah.
I know.
But at the
I want
beginning, he
to
should have had-
play it in my house.
at the beginning, you should have had when Big Lenny was saying, he's a real, whatever he said. What was it that he said?
Loser.
He's a real loser. He's a real loser. He's this. It should have used that voiceover and then have fucking George go nuts.
Yeah. You know what? I think Mr. G should loop that while he's training in the gym, you know. To get him inspired.
It's got to be his walkout. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he captured the.
Forget the
he captured
bagpipes.
moment.
Just use this, George. It's a lot easier and cheaper, probably.
To do what?
Walk out to this, man. That's your song, man. You're walking out
I
to
know
the ring.
George. He's got something more rocky-ish. I know that, right?
Yeah, but I'll
No,
use
you
it.
got to
I'll
use
the
that,
spin.
man.
That's good.
Look, you got to watch. You got to watch a fight and see how they stage this. That's
Right.
from the dressing room
Yes.
door, okay, to the ring.
Yeah.
That's what that music's for.
Yep.
Once you get in the ring, then you do your other thing. You know, with Rocky or whatever. But the walk. The walk from the dressing room to the ring is what you just heard.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. That's great.
Right.
Good stuff.
That's awesome. That's
I
fucking
think
awesome.
it's great.
I wish I had one of those for me. That's freaking amazing.
Mister, I got news for you. Jimmy the Bull needs one made for him because he's got plenty of.
You could make an hour-long clip with that and not repeat the same fucking thing twice.
Hey, you know, I got training footage, Dave, every week that I'm making. I
sent some to Tyler.
The
Do
training
you have that training footage on your phone? That's what I forwarded to you.
So who
Training
made
footage
that?
on Mr. G?
Who did that? Was it Sid?
Got it. No, got to be a freak. That's his name.
Who is
The guy named Gotta Be a Freak.
Gotta be a
I've
freak.
heard
That's his
stuff,
name.
yeah.
How do we know him?
He just contacted
He's
Sid, I
a
think.
member, like a fan of the show.
Yeah.
I can't believe we get people like that. That's incredible.
I know. If I could only find someone who can cut my grass, that would be really good.
Yeah, right. If I finally found somebody.
I cut my own grass.
Yeah,
I got over an acre.
I got acres, Greg. You're not going to be cutting my grass so
You know what? Let me tell you something.
I got an acre here. And it's fucking trees.
I got 10 acres.
Being able to speak Spanish has availed me to a whole slew of services you guys don't get.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, I got my girlfriend speaks Spanish. She's the one that sets it up.
How come you don't have Greg? How come you don't have your girlfriend cutting the lawn?
My girlfriend what?
How come you don't have your girlfriend?
She does other shit. Well, I cut the lawn. She fucking with weed wax.
Oh, okay. You guys are a team, in other words.
She'll blow the leaves.
She make your mother-in-law cut the grass.
Oh my God, she's out there eating the grass like a fucking cow.
Does she listen to this, Greg?
Oh, you're brutal.
She doesn't listen to the show, does she? Does she listen to
They're
the
in
show?
the background watching, listening live, George.
She's 4'11", 350 fucking pounds.
Oh my God.
And she got an ass like SpongeBob. She like
What?
a lot of them. All this
She must not speak English, although Greg would never get away with this.
Can she
got that flat square ass and shit.
But can she cook?
She cooks really well, but the thing is, I don't eat that spicy shit.
Man, she can come cook for me. Tell her if we need a personal chef over here. She can live in the house if she wants.
She's got the goatee and everything like that, the long fucking hair. You know what I mean? She's got an older Spanish man.
Driving his wife.
Oh my God. That's funny.
My girl knows, but she makes jokes.
Can she babysit? Does she babysit kids?
Why do my kids are fucking?
I'm talking about my kids. I'm not talking about your kids. I'm adopting her.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's got grandchildren. My girlfriend's sisters.
All right, bring them down. When are you moving to Florida?
You never know.
You got to move.
Maybe one day.
When Jimmy moves.
You know what? The housing market, Greg, is through the roof right now. You should sell your house. You probably get a ton of money for it.
Up here, yeah. Well, the housing is up down there too.
What's that?
He should sell it. Greg, your house is probably worth a fortune right now.
Should get out of New York while the getting's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to, but I got too much ties here right now. You know,
ties to what? You don't leave the house.
Huh?
You don't leave the house. What ties you got?
No, I don't. You're right.
You go to the gym in the supermarket. You're like a 90-year-old old Italian man. What do you do?
He has people living there.
Everything you do is online. You can do
I
everything.
got my family's all here, and my
But
sister.
he's got his family. He's got.
My sister lives over on the next block, and my
So what?
nieces
Bring her
and-
too.
Yeah, so you make an announcement. Gravy train is over. I'm leaving for fucking
That's
Florida.
right.
You want to come? You can come.
Right.
But I'm leaving.
One day I intend to move down here, but right now, especially right now, I got to.
You remember when the Godfather decided they were moving to Vegas, the whole operation, the compound? That's what you got to do. The Valentinos are moving down to Florida. That's it.
Right. Greg, there's more cancer.
You're the Godfather. You make the decisions. You're the old
Greg,
Italian.
there's more cancer doctors in Florida than anywhere in the
Way
freaking
more.
world, so-
Way more.
Yeah.
I agree with you with that, but what I'm trying to tell you is the best doctors, when people get really sick, they go to New York.
Florida.
No, you go to New York.
So you're going to stay in New York in case you get sick and you need a doctor? That's why you can stay in New York?
I still have to go, like, you know what I mean?
What was that hospital Bleckman hated, and if you got in there, you had to get out?
Bleckman is in chat right now.
That's not really.
Well,
He
he
what?
says all you guys talk about is moving. Talk about something else.
Because wait, what did he say?
Steve Bleckman in chat says talk about something else.
It's not really Steve Blackman.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be him.
It's not him. Believe me, it's not him.
And it's definitely not him.
Although, on Facebook, you know how it shows up people you might know?
Yeah.
Which are people that have been on your page the most. That's who pops up.
Right.
His real profile pops up all the time on my page.
Mine too,
Yeah.
and his daughter's does too.
Oh, no, his daughter's doesn't pop up on mine. She doesn't care, obviously, but yeah, he pops
Well,
up.
he owns MD still, doesn't he? I mean, he's going to check his competition. What you guys are doing?
That's like saying he still owns a rowboat.
I
Why?
still
He
text
doesn't-
with him and everything. I just texted him yesterday.
I would imagine, people watch. Everyone watches every other stuff. What they're doing, whether it's a product or something. I mean, I think he would do that too.
Well, he watches.
I like
we have the
him.
most
Still-
entertaining
I'm
stuff
friends
on the
with the
internet.
guy. I still text him.
Dave, tell the snow boot story. The ski boot story.
I'm not telling the story. Another time. Another
Come
time.
on, that's
I got to
not-
wrap it up anyway. We're going over. Yeah, it's 2:00. I got to get another interview. What's any questions from the chat?
Yeah, Luca wants to have Greg ask Greg to tell more Victor Richards stories.
They want more Victor Richards stories. I think Greg told all the Victor Richards stories already.
I've told pretty much most of it, but I got pissed off when I told you, fuck him, he lies.
Oh.
I got people that were there. Rick Valente was there, a bunch of people with all his shit. Either that or it conveniently forgets.
What else? Any other questions?
Yeah, Zach is asking for a friend. How big is your prostate?
How big is your prostate? Who? Who's prostate?
I don't know. Whose prostate, Zach? Oh, wait, wait.
Like in millimeters? Like what do you like? Or do you want a size comparison, like walnut, grapefruit, lemon, lime? Like what are you looking for here?
Yeah, I'm trying to get details. Sorry.
I think he's asking like for himself. In other words, Dave, how big is a human prostate? Maybe that's what he's saying. I don't know.
I've been taking finasteride for like 25 years, probably now, 21 years. And when I went and got my prostate checked last time, it was normal size. So.
Oh, here's a good question.
Really?
But I thought finasteride kills your testosterone.
I don't know where they want to know where Vinny the Chin is. I haven't talked to Vinny the Chin in a long time since I left New York. So.
Wait a minute. Why would you take finasteride for 20 years?
I took it originally for hair loss, and I just stayed on it because I have very high DHT levels naturally. I'm a big DHT converter, and when I had my DNA tested, that was confirmed by the DNA testing. So when I take finasteride, my DHT levels are in normal range, and I'm not even on HRT. So imagine if I didn't take a DHT blocker, I'd be through the roof. So my father had prostate issues. I said, I'm just going to stay on it.
Don't that fuck your testosterone up, though?
What? No, it doesn't. Not in my body. In other words, your body produces testosterone, and then a certain percentage of testosterone can convert to estrogen, and a certain percentage can convert to DHT. I don't convert much to estrogen. That's why I'm so hard all the time. But I convert a lot to DHT genetically, okay? That means I have a lot of enzyme that will convert that. So I feel like in my body, personally, and this doesn't apply to everyone else, I need a DHT blocker because I overproduce it otherwise. And so I take one. A lot of other people can take my Testalize product blocks DHT, but it didn't do it enough for me. Most people, it blunts it enough that they're not going to have excessively high DHT levels. And I think that's probably why as a kid I had very high, I had a lot of acne. When I hit 30, I had hair loss. And, you know, my father had prostate issues, which I'm sure I probably would have had I not stayed on the finasteride. And that's why I stay on it, to be honest with you.
But wouldn't that kill the average guy's testosterone
It
level?
might, because if you lower your DHT, that's why you got to get blood work. If your DHT levels go too low, you could lose sex drive, just like if your estrogen levels go too low. So the only way to know what you need to do in terms of blockade is you got to take blood. So when I go for blood work, my DHT levels are normal on 2.5 milligrams of finasteride a day, so I stay on it. When I go off of it, my DHT levels go really high, even though I don't produce a lot, you know, even though I'm not on any HRT. But my body naturally produces, you know, decent testosterone, so.
Wow. And why aren't you on HRT?
Because I don't need it. I'm like at 500. My testosterone's 500.
Holy
Natural.
shit.
So I'm like, why should I take it? I don't even need it. You know, I feel I don't need to get bigger, so.
Nah, you don't want to get bigger. Fuck that.
Yeah. If I didn't feel good, I would definitely take AHRT. I'm not against it. I just feel that everyone has to determine what they need to do based on their blood work.
But you do take HCG and Clomid, right?
No, I don't take Clomid. I take an occasional HCG shot, maybe every 2 weeks, just for good measure.
Why?
I don't know. I feel good on it. I don't know. Just gives me a little boost, you know. That's my performance enhancement for the, you know, my body.
What about you, John? You take HCG or you take test?
Test.
Me too. I just started doing it again because of the cancer. You know, I didn't do it for a while, but now I'm doing I do 200 milligram with a doctor though. I have a doctor do it.
I got a script for it, but I do it myself.
Do you take GH,
Well,
John?
no. I mean, I shoot myself too. I have no doctor shooting.
I started GH again. I started GH again too. I'm on my seventh week of GH.
Yeah, I don't take that now, but of course, I wasn't taking it at all. But I wouldn't take it now because of the cancer. I'm too scared of it.
Me neither. I would never.
Just two IUs a day, Monday through Friday.
Yeah, well, you don't have any cancer.
Is that good for recovery, GH?
Really good. Yeah, you should be. You're not juiced up for this fight against Lenny?
No, I just started taking a little bit of test.
Oh, yeah, you got to be juiced up. Lenny's on, like, what is Lenny on, John? Probably 20,000 milligrams of testosterone a week?
I have no idea.
Why, does he take stuff like that?
No, I don't think so. I don't know what his site. I'm sure he's on something.
His body is not indicative of a very high testosterone.
Yeah, but I'm strong. I'm stronger than he is.
Yeah, I would.
When he tried to push me, he freaked out. He couldn't push me back. One more second in that press conference, he was going to fall over.
Yeah, that's why I'm worried. Don't you think you're going to hurt Lenny if he couldn't even push you over, you know, in a little fun type of thing you guys are doing? What's going to happen when you guys go all out in the ring?
I don't care.
You're going to annihilate him.
It's just I'm representing.
He's a fucking gladiator.
Mr. G might hit Lenny once, and he might go down so hard he's going to have to pick him up off the canvas.
Let me explain something. Lenny, whether he called the 66 with those fans or not, he's part of the whole thing. He's part of everything that's wrong with, as far as I'm concerned, with society outside with all these Antifa and BLM rioting and stuff, and what's wrong on the internet. They're terrorists on the internet, and they bully people, and they try and ruin people's reputation. I didn't send you all the stuff, so that's why I stood up to Lenny. Now Lenny is
wait. Let me interrupt you there, Georgie. And
they're making memes of Dave's kids.
If you hurt Lenny, okay, is that retribution for the Order 66 and him?
No,
I mean because he's not acting like. I mean, you guys have almost made peace with each other. You sent them cookies. You said they were good. I mean,
I didn't make peace with him. He didn't tell the people to stop doing the 60. I didn't make peace with him yet. I mean, the whole idea and the whole point of doing this is to show how people have a difference, but they settle it in the right way, in an athletic field, whether it's soccer or that's what the Olympics always was. So we happen to be settling in the MMA. You know, he's got fans to do stuff with little kids and stuff. They make memes of Dave's kids.
So if you hurt him, how are you going to feel?
Fine.
Well, if he wants to get Mr. G's right. If he's going to get into the ring with Mr. G, then Mr. G has to do what he's got to do.
Gotta be a freak.
I'm going in it to win.
You got that?
Because I said so.
Get your ass down here.
I said
Get
so.
your
Reward from the fighter. That's what, like, Mickey Ward, the fighter. Everything that everyone tried to take and done to other people, all right, is what I'm going to leave in that ring. That's what in the MMA.
He's a loser. I'm not weak, pussy. You call me a moron. I'm a moron. A piece of shit. The fuck you talking about? Fuck are you? A piece of shit. You think I'm weak? I'm not weak. You think I'm weak? He's a loser. I'm not weak, pussy. You think I'm weak? Fuck are you? I'm not weak. He's nothing. You think I'm weak? He's a loser. I'm not weak, pussy.
You gotta be a freak.
Take out the show. Let's fade out.
And on that note, we are going to wrap today up. Thank you, Jimmy the Bull, for that rant. Greg, love you. Love you, Mr. G. Keep fighting hard. And
I love you guys, man. You're the best.
Thank you.
All of you.
And John, always great talking. And I'm going to get you guys your legendary foods. I'm calling Bruce up right now.
Yeah, they're legendary because they don't exist.
Yeah, they exist. Good shit.
Bruce, where's my fucking cookie?
I'll put him in a cookie.
Where's our shit? George sent out his cookies. We didn't get no fucking Pop-Tarts. Where's our shit?
It's not the fact that I get them. When somebody says, I'm sending it to you.
I'm texting him right now.